Good afternoon. Good afternoon, students. Today we are in the lecture 24 of fluid mechanics. So we are in the unit 2 and we are solving some of the problems related to the Bernoulli's equation and momentum of equation. So in the last class we have seen some of the problems related to momentum equation as well as the Bernoulli's equation. We have solved a number of problems related to those concepts. Today in this class we'll see about the derivation of pipe bends and also the momentum equation and also some of the problems related to the pipe bends, right? Okay, so we'll start. Yeah, so we are in the topic now, forces on pipe bend and the problems and also the momentum equation problems, right? Right, if you see the momentum equation, so generally the momentum equation is based upon the Newton laws of motion. So which laws of motion? It is related to second Newton's laws of motion, Newton's second law of motion, and which relates the sum of the forces acting on the element of a fluid, to its acceleration or rate of change of momentum. So what's happening here? The sum of forces, whatever the friction force, viscous force, whatever the thrust force, whatever the other forces are acting on the element of a fluid to its acceleration or the change of momentum Next, from solid mechanics we can say force is equals to mass into acceleration, right? In the solid mechanics we can say for solids force is equals to mass into acceleration, whereas in the fluid mechanics it is not possible, and it is not clear for what the mass of the moving fluid. We have a different sort of equation. For what is that equation? The momentum is equals to m into v. The momentum m is equals to m into velocity, right? Next, so if you determine the momentum equation with respect to the circular pipe, which is having the change in the diameter, we can say there is a pressure changes. In the pipe. Okay. Now if you see the determine the rate of change of momentum for a fluid, we will have a streamline tube assuming the steady non-uniform flow. Now take the see the figure, take the cylindrical pipe, take a pipe which is having different diameter at cross section 1 and cross section 2. So if you see the cross section 1 at row 1 and see the cross section 2 at row 2, we are having difference in the diameter. Then according to the momentum equation, we are having rho 1 a1 v1 is equals to rho 2 a2 v2 is equals to momentum, right? Rho 1 into area 1 into volume 1 or u1 is equals to rho 2 into at into v2 is equals to momentum m. Now if you take the pipe as a B C D, A B at the section 1, C D at section 2. Now the rate of change of momentum at C D may be defined as, C D means that is the other side, it is rho 2 A2 V2, rho 2 A2 V2. What is this rho 2 A2 V2? That is equal to momentum, right? That's why we are having two V's. So rho 2 into A2 into V2, or you can take U2 into mass into velocity v2, that is at the outer section. Now the rate of momentum enters at phase AB is defined as rho 1 into A1 into V1, that is momentum into V1. So simply we can write m1 into V1. Now the rate of change of momentum across the control volume, is equal to, what we will write, rho 2 a2 v2 into v2 minus rho 1 a1 v1 into v1, that we simplify it as m v2 minus m v1. Okay, now we are taking m as a common, we are writing m of v2 minus v1. So that is a simple rate of change of momentum. Okay, next. Now if you see how we can write it as the rate of change of momentum across a control volume is given as m of v2 minus v1 is equals to mass into change in the velocity, right? We can write this as mass flow rate into change in the velocity. Then according to the Newton's second law, this change can be as momentum per unit will be caused as force F is equals to m of v2 minus v1, that is equals to m ని మనం ఇంకా ఎలా రాయొచ్చు, rho into q, rho into rate of flow discharge, rho into q v2 minus v1. Okay, F is equals to rho into q v2 minus v1, right? Yes. Then what are the main applications? What are the main applications of the momentum equation? So the main applications of momentum of equation are as impact of jet on the plane surface. Impact of jet on plane surface. So these topics are related to the water, where you are having pressurized jet of flow on the planar surfaces, curved surfaces or inclined surfaces. So this topic you can see in the next semester, that is 2-2. So here the impact of jet of plane at plane surfaces is one example related to the momentum equation. The second one, force due to the flow around a curved vane. The force due to the flow around a curved vane. Vane, what is the meaning of vane here? For example, I think you will come across in the next semester subjects as well. So here, whenever you are using the pumps, whenever you are using the various types of pumps in the real-time application, you can see various types of pumps, centrifugal pumps, reciprocating pumps, right? Kaplan turbine, Francis turbine. So like that you are having various types of turbines and pumps in the concept fluid mechanics or in the hydraulics machines. So there, whenever the water is flowing with a high rate and falling on the cup shape, just take your hand and just make it as a shallow, make it as a hollow vein. Then we can call this as a vane, just like a bucket attached to the impeller of a rotor. Next, second one. Third one, force due to the flow of a fluid round a pipe bend. So what is the force? The force due to the flow of a fluid round the pipe bend. So whenever you are getting water with high pressure or constant velocity from one place to other place, it is moving constantly uniformly in a pipe flow. So whenever it is moving in a straight fashion, it may be vertical or horizontal, we cannot see any changes in the flow of the fluid. Whenever it is taking any change through the pipe bend, whenever it is taking a change, then we can see some of the changes acting in the pipe bend. Next, what is the fourth example? A reaction of the jet, right? What is the meaning of jet here? Jet is nothing but whenever the water is flowing with a high velocity through a pipe having a nozzle, right, with some force the water is pushing out through the nozzle, then that is nothing but a jet. Now we'll see the examples of not examples. Now see the derivation of the flow of pipe bend. The force exerted by the flow of fluid in a pipe bend. Now see the figure. You are having a pipe bend at a corner, right? Here from the figure you can see you are having cross section 1 and cross section 2. So the cross section A diameter is different from the cross section 2 diameter. See from the figure. From this figure, here you are having two axes, right? Fx axis and Fy axis. So we can say it is a two-dimensional flow. One is x axis, other one is a y axis. See the figure. Here you are having the area A1, P, P1, right? Here you are having P1 pressure, A1 is a area, and at a section 2 you are having pressure 2 and area 2. So whenever at the cross section, whenever you are having a bend at a center point, make it as a center point O and make a x axis, make a x direction f of x and f of y to the vertical. Now whatever the angle central axis is making is nothing but the theta, is nothing but theta. Now so project the axis of the center line towards the section 2. Section 2 దగ్గర మీరు ఏం చేస్తారంటే just write x axis and y axis as shown in the figure, and after writing x axis line and y axis line, now make sure that it is also making an angle theta whatever you are seeing in the pipe bend. So whenever it is acting in the downward direction, we are having pressure 2 and area 2, right? Now the three forces are acting towards the center point, right? Now taking the hypotenuse concept, you are having v2 sin theta and v2 cos theta. So v2 sin theta in the y axis, v2 cos theta in the x axis. Then we are writing p2a2 sin theta, taking the auxiliary, taking the area into consideration, we are writing p2a2 into sin theta for the x axis, we are writing p2a2 cos theta for the y axis. So with this figure, after writing the labeling of this pipe, then write the data. Consider two sections from the figure. Consider two sections, section 1 and section 2 as shown. Let v1 v2, right? You can write with combination v1 v2, or you can write first at section 1 and section 2. Let v1 is a velocity of flow at section 1. See here, v1 is a velocity of flow at section 1, right? Next p1 is a pressure intensity at section 1. p1 is a pressure intensity at section 1. Next a1 is the area of cross section of pipe at section 1. So the same thing, write down v2 is a velocity of flow at section 2. v2 is a velocity of flow at section 2. p2 is a pressure intensity at section 2. a2 is the area of cross section at section 2. So after writing this one, so just you have to go for the calculation part. Next, so after considering a pipe bend with a constant cross section lying in the horizontal plane and turning, making an angle, what is the angle it is making? It is making an angle of theta. It is making an angle of theta, right? It is making an angle of theta. So after making an angle of theta, so what are the things you have to find out? So we have to know the forces here. Why do we want to know the forces? See here, because the fluid changes the direction, right? Here the fluid is changing from horizontal axis to vertical axis, or vertical axis to horizontal axis. So whenever the fluid is changing the direction, automatically a force also gets changed. A force, a very large in case of water supply pipes, will act in the bend. If the bend is not fixed, it will move and eventually break the joints. So what happens here, if the bend is not fixed, so if the bend is not temporarily maintained, what happens? Because the water is flowing with a high pressure, high velocity, with a large force in the pipes. That's why when a bend pipe is not fixed properly, what happens? It will break the joints. So therefore it should be fixed firmly. So we need to know how much force it will withstand. For that reason, we have to go for the checking of the forces at a pipe bend, right? Next, so how to solve this derivation? Now see, the first thing what you have to take, draw a control volume. Now see the figure, just the same figure what you have drawn here, just you have to draw a control volume, right? Taking x-axis and y-axis, so it is making an angle theta as shown, right? Draw the control volume. Second step, decide on coordinate axis system, that is x-axis and y-axis. Calculate the total force. Fourth one, calculate the pressure force. Fifth one, calculate the body force. Sixth one, calculate the resultant force. So in order to derive the forces acting in a pipe bend, we have to satisfy all these 6 steps. So what are the steps here? Draw a control volume. Second one, decide on coordinate axis system. Third one, calculate a total force. Fourth one, calculate the pressure force. Fifth one, calculate the body force. And sixth one, you have to find out the total resultant force acting on x-axis and acting on y-axis. Right? Next, see the first one, the control volume. The control volume, how much volume it is occupying. How much volume it is occupying. How much volume it is occupying. The control volume is drawn is shown in the figure with the faces in the inlet and outlet band and encompassing the pipe walls. Right? First to draw the section where you are having a pipe band. So where the control volume takes place. What is the next one? Determine the coordinate axis system. It is convenient to choose a coordinate axis so that one is pointing in the direction of the inlet velocity. In the above figure, x-axis is shown in the direction in the inlet velocity. So x-axis x-axis in the horizontal way, how it is showing? It is showing the inlet velocity, right? And y-axis in the figure, it is showing the vertical side. It is showing the outside velocity. Next, now calculate the total force. So what is the third point here? Calculate the total force. Now see the calculation of the total force in the x direction from the first figure what you have mentioned, right? F of tx or f of x is equals to rho of q discharge u2x minus u1x. So we can write v1 v2x minus v1x also, no issues. So whatever the symbols you have given, whatever the notation you have given, you can write the symbols or you can change according to the diagram also. If you see the books of the fluid mechanics, so you can have different things in the books also. So what is in the x direction? F of x is equals to rho into q u2x minus u1x. Then what is here? The u1 and u2 are equal. u1x is equals to u1. Then what is u2x? According to the triangular notation, u2 cos theta. Then f of x is equals to rho into q. Write down u2x is equals to u2 cos theta minus u1. Right? F of horizontal force is equals to rho into discharge q into u2 into cos theta minus u1. In the same way, write about the y direction. So f of ty in the direction, rho of q is equals to f of y is equals to rho of q of u2y minus u1y. Then u1y is equals to u1 sine 0. Sine 0 is equal to 0. Therefore u2y is equals to u2 sine theta. Then applying there, f of y, force in y direction, is equals to rho into q into u2 sine theta. Then calculate the fourth one, pressure forces, right? The fourth one is calculating the pressure force. The pressure force Fp is equals to pressure at force 1 minus pressure at force 2. So for this pressure calculation, you have to get a pressure at force 1 minus pressure at force 2. Right? Now applying this pressure forces, F of Px is equals to P1 into A1 cos 0 minus P2 into A2 cos theta. Then how to write this one? So cos theta is equal to 1, cos 0 is equal to 1, P1 into A1 minus P2 into A2 cos theta. Then for y direction, f of pressure at y is equals to P1 A1 sin theta minus P2 A2 sin theta. That is equals to sin theta is equal to 0. Therefore, f of pressure force at y direction is equals to minus P2 A2 sin theta. This is a calculation for pressure force. Next, what is the fifth one? Calculate the body force. So there are no body forces in the x or y direction. So there is no body forces to calculate. Why? Because they are not in the boundary form. The only body force is that exerted by the gravity pull, which acts into the paper in this example. So how the forces are acting? If it is acting downwards, the gravity pull it towards the paper. Towards the paper means whatever the book you are drawing on the sheet of paper, right? So there is no calculation for the body forces in the x-axis as well as in the y-axis. Next one, the last one is to find out the resultant forces. In order to find out the resultant forces, what is the thing you require? The f of tx is equals to f of rx resultant force plus f of px plus f of bx. Now applying the x-axis direction and y-axis direction, right? The resultant force, see the figure there, f of resultant force at x direction, resultant force Fry is equals to resultant force at y direction. Now taking the pi value, taking the pi, right, taking the pi, F is equal to resultant force which is making at the center line. Now F of at y direction is equals to resultant force at y plus resultant force at P and B section. Now f of Rx is equals to f of Tx minus f of Px minus 0. Now substituting these values, whatever the values seeing here, whatever the values drawn here at the fourth and the third one, applying these values here, rho of q is equals to rho of q u2 minus cos theta minus u1 bracket minus p1 a1 plus p2 a2 cos theta. Therefore f of ry is equals to f ty minus f py minus 0, that is equals to rho into q into u2 sin theta plus p2 a2 into sin theta, p2 a2 into sin theta. Next, and the resultant force on the fluid is given by resultant force total Fr is equals to root of f rx square minus root of f rx f f square rx minus f square ry, that is the resultant force Fr. Now and the direction of the application is pi is equals to, so pi is equals to taking tan x axis and y axis, so we have to take the tan, so pi is equals to tan inverse of f resultant force y, f resultant force in x direction. The force on the bend is same magnitude but in the opposite direction, but it is a resultant is in the opposite direction. So whatever the figure you have seen, it is in the opposite direction. See here, it is in the opposite direction. PTAT is the opposite direction, right? Next, so R is equals to minus FR. So I think I have shown this one, right? The Indian map view of Srisailam Dam, who has given a plan to the British people when they were ruling India. I think in the British rule, they were asked Mr. Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya to give a plan for Srisailam power project. So he, with this innovative idea and innovative thinking and intelligence, he has given to store the water in the form of Indian map shape. He given how to store the water in the Srisailam power project in the form of Indian map. So once the people have left, once the British people have left, okay, once the British people have left the India after we got the independence, so when they were flying through helicopter, so they have seen the map, the people, the governor or the person who is ruling that place, after going, he has seen the map of the Srisailam river and got surprised and shocked. Why? Because in their ruling, right, వాళ్ళ రూలింగ్లో ఒక ఇండియన్ ఇంజనీర్ ప్లాన్ వేసి ఇమ్మంటే he has given the plan of map, so which is surprise, shock and showing patriotism to his country. So that is a great achievement, that is a greatness of our legendary person Dr. Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, right? Just this are simply the motivation to your civil engineers, how the technology is going on, how the invention, how the innovative things, how the creative things you can do whenever you are working in core area. So generally nowadays the people are working, nowadays majority of civil engineers are working just for namesake. So majorly the mechanical students and civil students are not getting jobs in their core places. But when you go straightforward that I want to get only mechanical job, I want to get only civil job, then automatically you can get place in any core engineering jobs. So when you learn any software for civil engineering, when you learn any software, right, then you have a civil packages, then you can get a job in civil engineering stream. How to draw the building information system, project management, right? Project management software, you are having BIM, business information system, you are having 3ds Max, right? You are having AutoCAD, you are having Strata, you are having different sort of software packages. And whenever you want to work in a field sector, you can work as a site engineer, you can work as a quality inspector engineer, or you can work as a direct employee in any big companies like Tata, big companies like Cupo, L&T, and Shapurji Palonji. So like this, you are having number of civil engineering companies where you can work, right? Yes, we'll see some of the problems related to the pipe bend operation. Pipe bend equation. Now see the question. A 45-degree reducing pipe, a 45-degree reducing pipe bend in a horizontal plane tapers from 600 mm diameter at inlet to 300 mm diameter at the outlet. So with the first line, we can draw a line, we can draw a pipe. So how it is having horizontally plane low. So the inlet diameter is 600, outlet diameter is 300. So it is drastically 600 నుంచి 300 వరకు reduce అయ్యుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోయింది, right? Now what is the angle it is making? At 45-degree angle. Now the gauge pressure at inlet is 140 kilopascals and the rate of flow of water through the bend is 0.425 meter cube. Neglecting the friction, calculate the net resultant horizontal force exerted by the water on the bend. Calculate the net resultant horizontal force exerted by water on the bend. Now see the given data, right? See given data, assuming uniform conditions with straight and parallel streamlines at the inlet and outlet, we have U1 is equals to, apply the formula, U1 is equals to, what is the rate of flow? Q by area. U is the U is equal to Q by area. సో జనరల్గా ముందు ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎలా చేసాము, రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లో క్యూ ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ఏ ఇంటూ వి, ఏరియా ఇంటూ వెలాసిటీ. కాబట్టి అక్కడ V1 తీసుకున్నాము, ఇక్కడ వేరే టెక్స్ట్ బుక్ క్వశ్చన్ కాబట్టి ఇక్కడ U1 అని సింబాలిక్గా రిప్రజెంట్ చేశాడు. దెర్ ఇస్ నో కన్ఫ్యూజన్. సో వాట్ ఇస్ ద గివెన్ డేటా? రైట్ ద గివెన్ డేటా. ద యాంగిల్ ఆఫ్ బెండ్ ఈస్ 45 degree. నెక్స్ట్ ద D1 diameter is equals to 600 mm at 1 at inlet 1, D1 is equals to 600. సో D వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఏరియా ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేయండి. pi d square by 4, you are getting some value. Next, inletలో, so what is the inlet? Inletలో you are having pipe diameter D2 is equal to 300, area కనుక్కోండి. Then the pressure at inlet is 140 kilopascal and the rate of flow discharge is equals to 0.425. Now at section 11 ఇలా కూడా you can frame the answer. Now at section 11 velocity q is equals to a into v. Therefore మనకి v కావాలి కాబట్టి ఆర్ u1 కావాలి కాబట్టి u1 is equals to q by a. What is the q? 0.45 meter cube into s to the inverse, s inverse by area. Area is equals to pi d square by 4, that is equal to conversion into 600 into meters, 0.6 meter square into pi by 4, that is equals to 1.503 meter per second. Now at section 2, the V2 or U2 is equals to same thing, 0.425 meter cube per second divided by area, that is equals to 6.01 meter per second. This is the areas what we got. Now by the energy equation, right, by the energy equation or momentum equation, P2 is equals to, we have to find out P1 ఇచ్చాడు కాబట్టి P2 కనుక్కోవాలి. సో యూ కెన్ రైట్ వాట్ వీ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్ ఇన్ ద లాస్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎలా చేసాము, వీ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్ ప్రెషర్ ఎనర్జీ ప్లస్ కెనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ, రైట్, దట్ ఈస్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు ప్రెషర్ ఎనర్జీ 2 అట్ కెనెటిక్ ఎనర్జీ 2. నౌ P1, సో అన్ని కామన్ తీసుకున్నాడు, ఇక్కడ కామన్ తీసుకొని P2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు, అన్ని లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్లోనే రైట్ సైడ్ తీసుకొచ్చాడు. P2 ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్స్ టు P1 ప్లస్ 1/2e into u1 square minus u2 square. Now applying the values there, P1 ఎంత ఇచ్చాడు క్వశ్చన్లో, in the P1 it is given as 1.140 kilopascals, అంటే convert it, you are getting 1.4 into into 10 to the power of 5 pascals plus 1 by 2 E. So 1 by 2 E, where that is we are getting 1000 by rho ante 1000 by 2, that is 500 into u1 value రాయండి square minus u2 value square రాయండి. Now after solving this one, you are getting 1.231 into 10 to the power of 5 pascals. Now see the figure here. Now see the figure. So the area is in the horizontal, A2 is in the vertical, the angle is making is shown there. Now in the x direction, the force of water in control volume, x direction of the force of water in control volume is equals to P1A1 minus P2A2 cos 45. So ఇది ఆల్రెడీ మనం డెరివేషన్లో చెప్పుకున్నాం కాబట్టి write those value. P1A1 is P1A1 minus P2A2 cos 45 degree plus its direction x direction. So f of x, that implies rho q u2 cos theta minus u1, u2 cos theta minus u1, that is equals to rate of increase of x momentum when f of x represents the x component of force exerted by the bend on water. Therefore write the value of upper one, rho a, p1 is equals to 1.4 into 10 to the power of 5 pa pi by 4.6 square meter square minus p2 value 1.231 into 10 to the power of 5 pa into area pi by 4.3 square into cos 45 degree plus f of x. So after simplifying that one, you are getting the value so on so, right, that is 1000 kg per meter minus cube minus 0.425 meter cube into s minus 1 into 6.01 cos 45 minus 1.503 to the power of meter per second, right? Now this is the value what you got. This is the value where 39580 minus 6150 Newton plus Fx is equals to 1168 Newton, where when Fx is equals to minus 260 Newton. In the y direction, the force of water in the control volume same. Y direction formula తీసుకుంటే మైనస్, ఎందుకంటే మనం అక్కడ మైనస్ తీసుకున్నాం కాబట్టి the same thing you have to write minus P2A2 sin 45 plus Fi, that is equals to rho q of u2 sin theta minus 0. Therefore the rate of increase of y momentum when f of y is equals to same 1000 into 0.425 into 60.1 sin 45 degree to the power of 60.1 sin 45 degrees Newton plus F5 value and the 1.231 into 10 to the power of 5 pi by 4.3 square sin 45 degree Newton, that is equals to 7960 Newton. So what is the Fx value? Fx value is equals to minus 32 to 60 Newton. F5 value is equals to 7960 Newton. So this is the forces acting in x direction and y direction. If you want to find out the resultant force, R of x comma y is equals to root of x f of x square plus f of y square. Substituting these values in that resultant force, you are getting the resultant force Fr. So like this you have to solve the problems for the pipe bend problems, right? Is there anything to discuss? Any doubts, right? So just check up this derivation also for any case. So generally you will get majority the problems, so focus on the problems directly. So majority you will get a small questions in the part 1 from this unit 2. State 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension laws, or define compressible and incompressible fluids, or rotational and irrotational fluids, like that, right? Only you get some very few theories in the part 1 when compared to part B. So in the part B, generally whatever the problems we discussed about the so called it's the Bernoulli's equation problems as well as the Euler's equation problems will get majoritarily, or else you will get the any derivation of Bernoulli's equation derivation, or momentum equation derivation. So like this you will get some of the problems and the derivation in unit 2. So if you have any problems related to unit 1 and 2, you can open your chat box and you can discuss with me, right? So there is no issues, and you can directly, and also um, regarding the material, so there is no worry of this material, everything is available in our library, and also I will give some of the study material related to fluid mechanics in the soft copy. So only one thing you have to do is take a paper, in the unit 1 what are the formulas you are having, write down in a table form, topic formulas. In the unit 2 what are the formulas you are having. So after framing like this, based upon the concept in the problems, write the problems, practice the problem by taking the formulas what you are having. So with this you can come to know how to solve the problems in fluid mechanics, right? So if you have any doubts, you can discuss with me in the unit 1 and unit 2. So I think we have solved number of problems. Here. Why? Because earlier classes, every time I am saying you everything, whatever the fluid subject mechanic you are having, these are all related to the problems only, or related to problems only. Okay. So and also when you practice much problems in the fluid mechanics, in the next semester you are having the subject called hydraulics machinery. There also majority you will solve the problems only. In the hydraulics and hydraulic machinery also you are solving majority of the problems, the hydraulic turbines, gas turbines, you are having the jet propulsions, impact of jets of vanes, right? So like this problems, you are also having number of 80% or 60 to 70% problems and 30 to 40% of theory. So maximum the mechanical come civil subjects, majority you have to practice the problems, right? Hopes you understood the concept here. So we'll stop this class here and we'll discuss in the next class. So hope you understood this PPT. What is the momentum of equation? So what is the problems associated with the momentum equation? How to derive the momentum of equation, right? Yeah. The application of momentum equation and what are the forces exerted on the pipe bend, how to derive the pipe bend equation. So these are the steps to solve the pipe bending formula and how to solve the problem. So you have to take the values in x direction and y direction, and now the force is included in that. You have to take x direction force and y direction force. What is the f direction force? P1A1 minus P2A2 cos theta, whereas y direction force is minus P2A2 sin theta, right? Now calculate the resultant force. Fr is equals to root of f of x square plus f of y square. So if you are finding the theta is equal to tan inverse of f of y by f of x, right? Yes. With this we'll stop the class. We'll continue in the next class. Thank you. Thanks for listening.